No, the only other thing I would say, I think, just was that his playmaking has always been good and underrated, and I think that it stood out a little bit more in the preseason just because he was doing the creation stuff. And so when he was getting the defenses moving in different ways and he was able to make some passes just because lanes opened up and stuff like that, I was like, yep, that's going to be kind of the next thing. If he is able to do this in the regular season, it just creates more avenues to create half-court offense. And so that was pretty cool. I was excited about that.
Yeah, excellent note. Okay, this brings up another question. When I think about a player and a skill tree of theirs, let's say, plays show up in my mind. So when you bring up OG Anunoby's playmaking, I immediately go to the series against Boston, where he was often being used as a pick and pop guy, and then he was attacking off the bounce against a rotating defense, and he had several extremely impressive assists. So in my brain, when you say OG Anunoby playmaking, I see the series against Boston. What is your OG Anunoby playmaking brain response?
Well, I mean, it's because I was thinking about this preseason, so immediately I was thinking about, can't remember which game it was now. There was a play where he had dribbled up like to the top of the key, and at this point had already hit a few pull-up jumpers, and so the defense was immediately shifting towards him, and then I believe it was Precious down low, and OG just knew that the help was coming and immediately fired the ball. It wasn't a super difficult pass, but it was, I have proactively affected the defense. They're moving, they're coming. I've already scored a few of these shots. I know I could do it again, but there's my teammate down there. I know he's about to be wide open, and I'm going to hit him as soon as the help comes. And that's when I was like, yeah, this is stuff like, we watched sort of evolve with Siakam, where there was a lot of he was always a pretty good reactionary passer, but getting to that next step took a while. And then last season, he really was getting there and doing a lot of that. So yeah, that's kind of how I think about it now. But you're right, now when I think about seasons prior, I do think more about that sort of secondary creation where he's coming out of the corner or something off a closeout and then skipping a pass to the opposite corner or something like that. Yeah, that's interesting. So yeah, completely opposite now, or different, I should say.
Excellent distinction on your part, the proactive versus reactive passing. Something, if the listener is interested at all, Evan Zaucha, easy_hoops on Twitter, he wrote basically this incredible piece on feel in basketball, and it's kind of going through the neuroscientific process of playmaking and other types of neuroscientific applications to basketball. And he discusses the difference between reactive and proactive passing. And your definition of it fits. He just obviously goes a little bit farther and gives examples and stuff like that. But excellent distinction. OG has been a pretty good read. He makes great reads as a reactionary passer, but being proactive, knowing how you're going to change the defense and passing from that point is something reserved for stars typically. So that's something I'm watching for as well.